Hello, my friends. Welcome to Tuesday Yoga, which is, because of technical difficulties, being filmed not on Tuesday, but that's okay. Tonight, for your practice, you're going to need a block and a strap. So, if you don't have those right handy, just go ahead and gather them. Put me on pause. And then as we're ready, let's come to a comfortable seat. Take the time to pull the flesh up and away from your buttocks so that your sit bones are nicely, firmly grounded onto the floor. Bring your hands either to your knees or in your lap, which is however the most comfortable for you. And then close your eyes. And if closing your eyes is not available, just a soft gaze to the floor. Just bringing yourself onto your mat. Away from the outside world. And now just bring your awareness to your breath. Feel the air as it enters into your body. And also on the exhale, feel that it leaves your body. With each inhale, see if you can sense that the air is filling in all the empty spaces that exist inside. Nice, long, even breaths. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands in front of your heart into Anjali Mudra. We'll start our practice today with 3 Oms. So take a deep breath in. Bow your heads, release your hands, open your eyes, and let's just start by a few little warm-ups. So take your fingertips out in front of you, nice and wide. Elongate through the spine, extend through the crown of the head, reach your tailbone to the floor behind you. Each exhale takes you a little deeper into your forward fold. Try not to put too much effort into this, we're just warming up a little. Just getting started, but feel the expansion. Feel those empty spaces inside your body. And then allow the air, the oxygen to move into those spaces, filling you with the life force. On your next inhalation, just walk your hands back to your coming upright. And then go ahead and go for your strap. Taking your strap, put your hands on your knees, and just allow your hands to be as wide as your knees. Holding the strap nice and firmly. Inhale, lift the arms up above the head. See if you can feel the biceps going back behind the ears, the shoulder blades reaching to touch each other on your back body. On your exhale, going over to the left-hand side, keeping your arms straight as you go over. Maybe your left hand touches the floor. Maybe not. Not important, but feel the expansion through the right side of the body. Inhale, coming back upright. And exhale, going off to the right side. Again, we try to keep our arms nice and straight. Maybe that right hand goes to the floor, feeling the expansion through the left side of the body this time. Maybe our gaze looks up to the ceiling underneath our extended left arm. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, twisting to the right, bringing the left hand behind the head and extending the right arm back behind you. Looking back at your extended right arm. Inhale, come back up to center, and exhale, going off to the other side. The left arm extends out, the right hand comes behind the head. We twist to the left. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, releasing the hands down to the floor. Coming to Dandasana, so extended leg pose, staff pose. Set yourself up by pulling the flesh away from the buttocks. Ground through the heels, the back of the legs, all the way up to the buttocks, sit up nice and tall. Hands come alongside the thighs, and we lift our heart to the center of the room. Really reach out through the mountains of the big toes, but pull the baby toes towards your shins. Soften through the pose, and then walk your hands back behind you. Point your toes to the front. Inhale, lift the hips, coming up into reverse plank. Feel the expansion to the front of the body. Extend out to the crown of the head. Try not to let your head fall back, but keep a nice straight line on the spine. Exhale, release the hips down. Pause for a moment. And then we'll go back up. So roll the shoulders back, lift the hips, extend to the crown of the head, then walk your feet in and come into reverse table. Shoulders back. Stay grounded through the index fingers on both hands and the inside of both feet. Press the hips towards the ceiling. Extend the crown of the head back behind you. Again, don't let it fall down. Just keep it extended. Exhale, release the hips to the floor. Cross the legs again. Let's do some seated cat-cow. So hands on the knees. Inhale, lift the heart, extend the head back. Inhale, or exhale, concave the back, bring the chin down to the sternum. Inhale, cat pose. Exhale, cow pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. And coming back to neutral. Now, find your way to all fours. Hands right underneath the shoulders, hips underneath the top of the knees. Flatten the back so really engage the core, tuck the tailbone, extend out to the crown of the head. Extend your right leg out behind you, toes to the floor. Press the heel away from you and feel a light stretch through the back of the back of the right leg. Inhale, lift the leg up and then send it over to the left-hand side. Turning over your left shoulder to look back at your heel. Inhale, lift the leg and bend the knee, sending the foot over to the left side. And then sweeping that right leg all the way to the right side. Bringing the left hand to the center, right hand comes down to the right shin, and we exhale, and extend the forehead down to the shin. You're going to feel this in the back of the hamstring. I want you to really extend to the baby toe side of the foot and keep the inside of that right foot grounded. Reaching over Inhale, lift that right arm up to the sky. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale, release the hand. Draw that right foot back underneath the body. And we'll do the other side. Extend the left leg out. Reach to the heel. Toes to the floor. Feeling the expansion through the back of the left leg. And then inhale, lift it up. Extend it over to the right side. And then twist to look over. Your right shoulder. Following your breath. Inhale, lift the leg, bend the knee, send it just a little further. And then sweep that left leg all the way to the left. Right hand moves to center a little. We reach the left hand over to that left shin and draw the heart and the forehead down to that left leg. Remembering to breathe. Feel the opening to the back of that left leg. Inhaling, coming up to center, and then the left arm goes up to the sky. Exhale, lower the hand to the floor. Draw that foot back in. Press up to downward facing dog. Go ahead and take this dog for a walk. Pressing one heel to the floor, bending the other knee. Just a nice, even, rhythmic motion back and forth. Each time the heel longs to go to the floor a little closer. And then we come to a neutral dog and pause. Feel your connection to your mat through your hands, through your feet. Extend the crown of the head down to that space between your hands. And then slowly walk your feet up towards your hands, coming into your first Uttanasana. Knees can be as bent as you need. Inhale, looking up, extending out. Exhale, going deep. Inhale, looking up, extending out. Nice flat back. Exhale, going deeper still. One more time. Inhale, look up, extend out. And then as deep as you can into your forward fold. Hands come to the hips, extend to the crown of the head. Inhale, come on up, standing. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. So ground to the four corners of your feet. Lift the arches, engage the thighs, lift the kneecaps, tuck the tailbone, draw the navel to the spine. Lift the shoulders up, allow them to slide down the back body, and extend up and out to the crown of the head. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, right foot back. High lunge. Left foot back. Plank pose. Make sure your shoulders are right on top of your hands. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Set yourself up. Shoulders on the back. Inhale, lift that right leg. Step it on through, high lunge. Left leg forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, looking up, extending out. Exhale to deep. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Extend out. Exhale, right foot back. A lunge. Left foot back. Plank. Lower down to the floor in hovering chaturanga, or go all the way to the floor. And then up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, send the right foot over to the left side. Come up on those right fingertips so you can really open up that front of the body. Exhale, right leg back up, then down to the floor. Other side. Lift the left leg high. Bend that left knee, send it over to the right hand side. Again, we come up on those left fingertips, opening up the front of the body. Come back to left leg lifted, left leg to the floor. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg, stepping on through. High lunge. Left leg forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, going deep. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, right foot back. A lunge. Left foot back. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Up dog. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Our gaze is straight down to our mat. Crown of the head goes towards the space between the hands. Shoulders wrap around the back body. Quads are engaged. Tailbone is tucked. And we breathe. Inhale, right foot up, step it through. High lunge. Left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, extend up and out. Exhale, go deep. Inhale, sweep the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Take your left hand to the outside of the right foot. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Keep the right leg straight, bend the left knee, and twist to the right hand side. If your practice allows, that right arm can go up to the sky, and we turn to look up at our extended right fingers. Using our breath to fill in all the empty spaces, filling our body with the life force. Exhale, lower the right hand, release the grip. Inhale, look up, extend out. Exhale, go deep. Other side. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. Left leg straight, right knee slightly bent, left hand to the left hip. We turn to the left. Then, left arm up. Turning our gaze up to our left extended arm. Breathe. Exhale. Release the hand. Release the clasp. Inhale, look up. Exhale, go deep. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. And close your eyes. Finding your breath. Having it return to an even pace. Inhale just as long as the exhale. And then go ahead and open your eyes. Hope you're warm. Hope you're doing well. We're going to move through a series of standing poses, so go ahead and grab your block and put it towards the top of your mat so it's easily accessible. Set yourself up for Tadasana. Ground down to the four corners of the feet. Lift the arches, engage the quads. Kneecaps are lifted. Tailbone tucks, navel to the spine. Shoulders up, back, and down. Fingertips extended to the floor. Crown of the head reaches to the ceiling. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, right foot back. High lunge. Come with both hands to the front knee. Pull the left hip back, the right hip forward. Coming upright, our fingertips go to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Warrior one variation. Shoulders wrap around the back. Back heel reaches to the wall behind you. It's not truly important for this leg to be straight. If it can, that's great. Front knee, 90-degree angle. And breathe. And then exhale, lower to low lunge. Flatten the back foot. And then arch back. Drawing that left hip back. Exhale, hands to the hips, then hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, lift the hands up and away from the buttocks. Exhale, folding forward. Our torso can rest on our thigh, or we can slide our body in, lifting the arms up. Our head comes down towards the mat. We then release the hands to the inside of the front leg, and we come down into lizard's pose. Elbows can be on the floor. You can use your block here. Bring your elbows to the block. Or you can just bring your arms way out to the side. Try to keep this front knee directly out in front of you. Don't allow it to wander off to the side. Finding our breath, feeling the opening through the groins. And then coming upright, come to high lunge. Walk that right hand out wide, left hand to the left knee. Start to twist open, and then the left arm up to the sky for Anjaneyasana. Exhale, release the hand to the floor. Spin the back foot flat, bringing the left elbow to the left knee, right hand to the right hip. Soften through the inner body, soften through the inner thighs. Front knee, 90-degree angles. Extend the right arm back behind you. Look back at your open palm. Inhale, lift it to the sky. Exhale, extend it out over that right ear. And turn your attention up to your right fingertips. Reach through the fingertips. Reach through that back extended leg. And the back baby toe. Draw that right shoulder back. On the exhale, slide that left elbow to the inside of the front foot. You can use your block here, or the fingertips can come to the floor. Right arm extends to the ceiling. Reach through that back baby toe. Keep the front leg nice and grounded. On the inhale, press down to the feet. Come up, both legs straight, arms parallel. And then come forward into warrior two. Shoulders back. Reach through the fingertips. Have the torso come straight up out of the pelvis. Try not to lean forward. Have the motion come from the hands. Exhale. Crescent back. Warrior goddess. Go deeper in that front knee. Finding your breath. Breathing. Enjoying the pose. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, bring both hands to the front knee. Come up on the ball of the back foot. Start to twist to the left. Hands can come to the hip and the knee, or you can open them up for a reverse warrior two. Finding our breath. Come back with both hands on the front knee. Spin the back foot flat. Legs straight. Arms parallel. Pour yourself over. Trikonasana. Hand to the shin. Hand to a block. Hand on the way to the floor. Right arm extended up. Think about doing a nice straight line from the left fingertips on the floor to the right fingertips up in the air. Extend out to the crown of the head. Keep the back thigh nice and long. Front leg straight. Exhale, top hand to the hip. Look at the space in front of you. We're going to pop up into half moon, so you can use your block here, or the fingertips come to the floor. Right hand to the hip and then right hand up to the sky. Keep that standing leg nice and strong. Finding our breath. Exhale, top hand down to the floor or to your block. And then we're going to twist open and do a reverse half moon. So now the right hand is on the floor or the block. The left arm goes up. See if you can keep that back leg lifted high. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. And then bring your hands to your standing leg's ankle. One at a time, both of them. Feel that instability in that standing leg, working hard to keep you balanced. And then release the hands, step back to high lunge, step back to plank. Lower the knees to the floor, spread the knees wide, big toes together, and come down into a child's pose. Try not to think about what's coming. Be with what is in this child's pose. Feel your inhale, filling your body with all that deliciousness. Relax into your child's pose. On your next inhalation, press all fours, and then we'll do the other side. So step the right foot forward into a low lunge, turn the back toes under, come up into high lunge, and then bring both hands to that front knee. Our warrior one variation, arms up, pulling that right hip back, left hip forward, shoulders back onto the back body, fingertips expressive up to the ceiling. Breathe. Exhale, low lunge, flatten the back foot, arch back, keep pulling that right hip back, pressing the left hip forward. Exhale, hands to the hips. Take a breath, hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Lift the hands away from the buttocks. Exhale, fold forward. You can stop with your torso on your thigh or roll it on into the inside, lifting the arms up to the ceiling. Back foot can be flat or they can be up on the toes. Exhale, releasing the hands to the inside of the front foot and then coming down into lizard's pose. Again, you can use your block, bringing your elbows. Think about keeping that right knee close to the center line. Again, the hands can walk out wide or the elbows can be all the way down onto the floor. And breathe. Inhale. Pressing upright. High lunge. Spin the back foot flat. Bringing that right elbow to the right knee. Left hand to the left hip. Spinning open through the front of the body. Tucking the tailbone under. Lift through the back leg. Soften through the front. Extend the left arm back behind you. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale, extend it out over your your left ear. And then turn your gaze up to your left fingertips. See if you can isometrically draw your feet towards each other, feeling a little bit of a lightness through the pose. Keep extending, stay grounded, and then slide those right elbow in, down to the fingertips, left arm up to the sky, 90-degree angle still in that front knee. Reach through the back, baby toe. Press down to both feet. Inhale, come up standing. Legs straight, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, warrior two. Shoulders wrap back around, tailbone tucks. Extend through the fingertips. Our gaze is out over that front middle finger. Front knee tracks straight out over that second and third toe. Exhale, crescent back. Go deeper in the front knee. Breathe. Relax. Breathe. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bring both hands to the front knee. Spin up to the ball of the back foot. We're going to come into that twist, reverse warrior two. Hand to the knee, hand to the hip. We just twist open. If our practice allows, extending the arms for reverse warrior two. Bring both hands to the front knee. Spin the back foot flat. Come back up. Legs straight, arms parallel. Pull yourself over. Trikonasana. Hand to the shin, hand to a block, hand to the floor. Left arm up to the sky. Keep the tailbone tucked under the body. Both legs strong. Exhale, top hand to the hip. We're going to pop up in the half moon, so move your block if you need to. Bringing that right fingertips out in front. Left leg lifts parallel to the floor. Left arm up to the ceiling. Nice straight line between the upper left fingers and that lower right hand that's down on the floor or the block. Left leg parallel to the floor. Heel presses to the back of your mat. Toes press out to the left side. Exhale. Bringing the top hand down. We're going to move into that reverse triangle. Reverse half moon. So now the right hand, left hand's on the floor, and the right hand comes up. Following your breath, lowering the hand to the floor, and we're going to go for that clasp of that standing leg. First one hand, then the other. Noticing how hard that right ankle is working to keep you balanced. Releasing the clasp, high lunge, plank pose, down to the knees, child's pose. Once again, turn our awareness to our breath, allowing it to fill all the empty spaces. Rejuvenating us from the inside. And then on the next inhale, come up to all fours. Extend that left leg, right leg, out behind you. Going into bird dog. Inhale. Left arm up. So those right toes point straight down to the floor. Our navel is to our spine, so we have a nice strong posture. Bend that top knee, reach back, and go for the clasp. Press the foot into the hand, roll that right or left shoulder back onto the back body. Breathe. Exhale, back to bird dog. Lowering the left hand to the floor. Spin that left leg out a bit. And then coming up off the right hand, lifting the right hand up to the sky. Lowering the right hand, coming back to all fours, and pause. We'll do the next side. Extend the left leg out behind you. Right arm up, bird dog. Your front hand can find Jana Mudra. Left heel presses to the back of the mat. Left toes down to the floor. Core is strong. On the next inhale, bend that back leg. Reach back with the right hand and clasp. Lifting up, pressing out. Spread the toes on the lifted foot. Shoulders back. Breathing. Exhale, bird dog. Right hand to the floor. Right leg swings out slightly. And then the left arm comes up to the sky. Left leg stays lifted. Now the left toes point to the left, but the heel still extends to the back of the mat. Exhale, hand to the floor, knee to the floor, and just sit back on your heels for a minute. So, I'm in the studio all by myself, right? And I thought, it's not too bad out today. I won't turn the air conditioner on. I'm a sweaty mess. So come on up. No, turn to the side of your mat, I'm sorry. We're going to go into gate pose. So coming up onto our knees, extend the right leg out. You want a straight line from the arch of the right foot to the left knee that's on the floor. Inhale, the arms parallel to the mat. Shoulders back, navel in, heart lift. Exhale, go over to the left, fingertips to the floor. Right arm up to the sky. Press the hips forward, pull the shoulders back, open up the sternum to the front of the room. On your next exhale, flatten that left hand, lifting the right leg up off the floor. And then bend the right leg, finding the clasp again. Exhale, release. Releasing the foot to the floor, coming upright, going over to the right hand side, right hand to the shin, left arm up now, and then sliding down, crescenting over. Inhale, back to gate. Exhale, hands to the hips. And we're going to change sides. Left leg extends out. Maybe turn the toes to a 45-degree angle. Again, we line a straight line from the arch of the foot to the right knee. Inhale, arms parallel to the floor. Shoulders back, heart lifts. Left thighs engaged, so that kneecap is lifted. Exhale, point over to the right, fingertips to the floor. Left hand up to the sky. Press the hips forward. Pull the shoulders back. Go ahead and flatten that right hand, lift the left leg up off the floor. And then bend the left knee, reaching back with the left hand, going for a clasp. Opening up the front of the body. Exhale, release. Inhale, come back up to gate pose. And then exhale, crescent over to the left side, left hand to the thigh, right arm up, and then crescent on over. And inhale, gate pose, exhale, hands and hips, bring that left leg in. So we're going to go into Vasisthasana. So let's start with the right hand in the middle of the floor. So rest that down. Bring your right shoulder right on top of that right hand. And let's start with everyone doing a kickstand with the left foot. Extend that right leg out behind you. Keep the hips lifted up and away from the floor and the left hand up to the sky. If your practice allows, Stack the feet. Turn your gaze up to the ceiling. Keeping that right shoulder on top of that right hand brings stability and strength to the pose. Exhale, releasing down to plank pose. And we'll change sides. Left hand to the center. Left foot turns out. Right foot becomes our kickstand. Right arm up to the sky. And then if practice allows, we can stack the legs. Shoulder on top of the hand. Hips lifted. Extending through the heels, the head. Exhale, plank pose, knees to the floor, child's pose. Feel the deliciousness of the air moving through our body, the oxygen, the blood. We're alive with the life force. Inhale, coming back up, and then come standing. Y'all doing okay? Okay, I took that as a yes. So we're going to balance on one foot. We're going to go into tree pose. So set your foundation first on the right foot. Bring that the left heel into the ankle, left foot to the shin, or the left foot all the way up into the thigh. Just don't. Put your foot on your knee. Knee is a very delicate joint. You don't want to put that kind of pressure on that. Find your drishti, which is that point of reference to help you with your balance. Tuck your tailbone under. Think about opening up that bent knee. And eventually our hands find a way to Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. Have no agenda. Just be with the pose. On your inhale, arms go up. Trees take on all different forms. So your arms can be wide, they can be narrow, your hands can be clasped. Tuning into your breath. Hands parallel to the floor. Turning to your bent knee, so to your left knee. Finding our way back to center. Right hand to the right thigh. Left arm up. A slight crescent to the right. Inhale, coming back. Hands to heart. Reestablish your drishti. And then close your eyes. And then dissolve the pose. Nice job. Other side. Left leg to the foundation. Ground down through the four corners. Lift up and really set yourself onto the floor of the mat. Bring your right foot to its position, either the ankle, the shin, or up into the thigh. These right toes point straight down to the floor. Finding our drishti. Tucking the tailbone. Right knee opens up. Left leg nice and strong. Hands find their way to the heart. Following our breath in and out. Inhale, arms go up. Again, choose what kind of tree you want to be. Maybe it's a different tree on this side. Stay with your drishti. Exhale, arms parallel to the floor. Turning now to your right leg. Coming back to center. Hands find their way back to the heart. Re-establish your drishti, and then close your eyes. And then dissolve the pose. Okay, one more. Actually, we're going to do 2 more standing poses. Dancer's pose. Right foot's the foundation. We bring our center of gravity onto that foot, and then we bend the left leg. So the knee goes straight down to the floor. Retract, grab that lifted foot, the left foot with your left hand. You can grab from the baby toe side, or you can grab from the big toe side. Right arm comes up. Exhale, we fold forward. Stay with your drishti. Maybe it's right at your extended hand. Maybe it's to the floor just beyond. Inhale. Dissolve the pose. I'll do the next side a little sideways so you can see it. Let's go this way. So now we're going to ground to that left foot. Bring our way onto that, bending that right knee. I reach back. I grab from the baby toe side or the big toe side. Left arm goes up. I press my right foot into my right hand, start to send it back, and I start to come forward. I lift that right foot nice and high. Maybe the front hand comes into Jana Mudra. And exhale, dissolve the pose. Time to grab your strap. So we're going to balance with the strap around our foot. If you need a little support, maybe a wall, if you're working at home, maybe the back of the couch, something that you can put your bottom on. But let's start with our left foot as the foundation. Wrap the strap around the bottom of the right foot and bend that right knee, and then hold the strap with the right hand right at that right knee. Left hand comes to the hip, and then extend the right leg out. Keep the shoulders back, the heart lifted. Extend the right leg out to the right. Left arm comes out as a counterbalance. Left leg stays strong. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the strap. And slow lower. Other side. And what do we say about that? Always have to do the other side, otherwise you walk around in circles. Wrap that strap around your left foot. Find your standing position on your right. Holding the strap right at that bent left knee. My right hand is on my hip. Extend the left leg out. I keep that left shoulder back, reaching through that left heel, open to the left hand side. Right arm comes out. Inhale, come back to center, releasing the strap. Keep the leg extended and slow lower down. Cool. So, we're going to do some hip openers. And I think I'm going to adjust the camera so I'm going to come in close. Sorry about this. But I want it to be down a little. I don't know if that worked or not. Sorry for this, folks. There we go. That's much better. Yeah. So, let's come down to all fours, and we're going to do pigeon. You know what? Let's not do pigeon first. Let's do fireball first. So come to seated. Start with the right leg on the bottom and the left leg on top. You want your shins to be right on top of each other. I want this left ankle to be right on top of my right knee, and my left knee to be on top of my right foot. I want to press out through the mounds of both big toes. So I want to keep the feet nice and flat. If this left knee doesn't meet the right foot, a soft little nudge will help. You're going to feel that into that left hip. The more you press out through the mound of the big toe and keep that foot flat, the more you're going to feel it actually in the hip, which is kind of weird, but it's true. We're going to sit up nice and tall. If our practice allows, we can even come forward. Keep the navel drawn into the spine. Try not to round through the upper back so you bend over like that. But think about placing your heart down here on your top shin. Keep pressing out through the mounds of both big toes, allowing the breath to create some space, and then just softly moving into that space. And then inhaling, coming up. Bring the hands behind you so you can just switch sides. So now my left leg is on the bottom, right leg is on top. Ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle. Feet are flat. This top knee slides or softly glides down to the bottom foot. I sit up nice and tall. Pressing through the mounds of both big toes. And I exhale and I come forward. Again, I want my sternum to come down to my shin. Breathing into that space of the hips. Feeling an extension. Using the inhale to create space, and the exhale, we move into that created space, that empty space that we've been talking about. Inhale, coming upright, dissolving the pose. And then let's move into pigeon pose now. So come to all fours. Step the right foot forward. Cross it over that left knee. Step that left leg back. Depending on your practice, this right shin will be parallel to the front of the mat or somewhere in between where your heel comes back to your groin. Again, we're going to try to press out through the mound of the big toe. Back thigh is softly moving to the floor. The back foot is turned down or up on the toes. Just try not to sickle that foot. Inhale, we lift up and extend out. Exhale, we come down into our elbows. As we come down, we want to pull this right thigh back into the hip socket. Allow the left thigh to softly move towards the floor. Following the rhythm of our breath, just keep doing those two motions. Pulling the right hip back, softening through the front of the left thigh. Pull the right leg back, soften through the front of the left leg. Keep using your breath to create space. Keep moving into that space. Being nice and gentle and soft with yourself. Just trying to feel that opening through that right hip. Into the buttocks, the hamstrings. Inhale, start to make your way back up. Draw that heel into the groin. Lift the left foot. Bring that right hand to the center. Reach back with that left hand for the clasp. And exhale, release. Frame that front knee. Press back into downward facing dog. And then just feel the difference on your hips. Wowie kazowie. Going into the other side. Let's start the same way. So come down into both knees. Stepping the left foot forward. Bringing that left shin as parallel to the front of the mat as possible. Again, we flatten the back foot or we keep up on the toes. Press out to the mound of the big toe. Lift up and out first, and then exhale, coming down into our elbows. As before, we're going to pull that left hip in, the left whole leg into the hip socket, soften to the front of the right, using our breath as a gauge. Keep pulling the left hip back, softening to the right, back and forth. Feeling as if the inner groins are moving down towards the floor. And then inhale, start to come upright, drawing that left heel into the groin. Our left hand goes out, right leg lifts, reach back, pulling for the thigh stretch. Releasing, pressing back, downward facing dog. Extend through the hips, reach the heels to the floor. Stay grounded to the four corners of the hands. Exhale, release the knees to the mat. We're going to go into rabbit pose. So bring the knees slightly together. Feet are flat against the mat. We're going to bring the crown of our head down to the space in front of our knees. Keeping the hips right above the knees, and then we reach back for our heels. Try not to just sit back on your heels, but keep the hips lifted. And then exhale, release. So this was next pose was a favorite amongst everyone here on Tuesday night, so I hope it becomes one of your favorites too. It's called 7 diamond pose. So we're going to do it, of course, on both sides. So come standing, and we're going to cross the, I'm going to direct this, not mirroring you, because there's a lot of different ways. So the right ankle comes in front of the left. And we're going to try to, I'm going to actually bend over, bend the knees, and try to bring the toes out as much as towards each other as possible, okay? So the heels are lifted, and then I'm going to take my left hand, cross it in front of my right shin, and grab my left heel. Then I'm going to take my right hand, cross it over, and grab the right heel. Finding your balance, you may have to seek the assistance of the floor. And then exhale, release the hands. And come up standing. We're going to do the other side. Whew, came up too quick. Rush. So this time, the left leg's in front. Yeah, left leg. And then the right leg goes behind. Bending the knees. So it's called 7 diamond pose. Okay, so here's the first diamond. Here's the second. When I cross my right arm over the top and I reach for my right foot, then I cross the left hand to the left heel. Somewhere in there, I'm creating more diamonds. Staying up on the toes. And then releasing, coming upright. Wasn't that fun? Yeah. And then coming down to the mat. We're going to go into camel pose. So our front of our body should be nice and open, coming onto our knees. I do camel with my feet up, but you can also have the feet flat. Toes tucked under, hands to the hips. I'm going to roll my shoulders back. I'm actually going to use my thumbs to push my low back away from me, down towards the floor, so I open up the space there. Then I start to lift my heart to the ceiling, allow my head to fall back slightly. I can stay here, or if my posture, if my practice allows, hands can come to the heels. As the hands come to the heels, the hips press towards the center of the room. And I breathe. Inhale, coming upright, coming down to sit on your heels. Roll around to your bottom. Let's go into boat pose. Turn this way. Pardon me. So hold the back of the thighs. Allow the torso and the thighs to create a V shape. Shoulders back, sternum, heart lifts. Inhale, right leg up, left leg up. Keep the shoulders back, keep the heart lifting, just staying up on the sit bones. If the practice allows, arms can come off the thighs, legs can straighten. Exhale, if you can, release down, don't touch. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go down. Inhale, back up. One more time, down. Inhale, back up. Hands to the back of the thighs. Dissolve the pose. Baddha Konasana. So bring the feet together on the floor. Slide the heels back to the groins. This is also called butterfly pose. My knees softly and gently move to the floor. I don't want to press them. I don't want to push them. I just want to think about the inner thighs releasing. And as they release, my legs just naturally open up more and more. My heart lifts, shoulders back. Exhale, softly release. Extend that right leg out, coming into Janusirsasana. Extending the right leg out, ground to the heel, the back of the calf, the knee, the thigh. I turn to that straight leg. Keep that quadricep engaged. Keep pressing out through the mound of the big toe. Inhale, I lift up. Exhale, I come forward. I'm thinking about putting my chin on the top of my big toe. If you can reach your foot, go for it, or your shin. Try not to round the upper back, but keep it nice and long, and think about placing your heart on the top of your extended leg. Inhale, coming upright. Left hand behind. Roll to the front of that left thigh. Extend out to that right toe coming up. Opening up. Exhale, coming down to the floor and changing sides. So now my left leg's extended. I ground to the heel, the calf, the back of the knee, the back of the thigh. I turn my awareness to that straight leg. I press out to the mound of the big toe. Draw the rest of the toes towards my shin. I sit up nice and tall. I exhale. I fold forward. Again, if I can reach my shin, great. If I can reach my foot, great. Try not to compromise the stretch by rounding the top of the back, but keep the head slightly lifted, allowing the heart and the chest to come down to that left thigh. Allow your breath to lead the way and soften the inner body. Inhale, coming up. Lay back on your backs. Bend your knees and bring your feet about 6 to 8 inches away from your bottom. Allow the feet to open up as wide as the mat. Bring your arms up into cactus pose. And then drop both legs over to the right-hand side. If your practice allows, that right foot can go on top of the left knee, drawing that left knee just a little closer to the floor. And I want to think about this left hip moving towards the top of my mat. So I'm really feeling a nice opening through my lumbar spine, my low back. I try to keep this left shoulder down on the floor. And I breathe. Exhale, release the foot, bring both knees up. Make sure your feet are as wide as your mat before you go off to the other side. And as you're ready, drop your knees to the left-hand side. If possible, I take that left foot to the top of that right knee, drawing it down. And again, I want to think about this right hip moving down or away from me towards the top of my mat, feeling this nice opening through the lumbar spine on the right side. I keep this right shoulder down on the floor. Send the left leg straight, bend that right foot, lift the right foot up off the floor, reach around there to the back of the thigh. Draw that right thigh into the heart, extend to the heel. Exhale, arms out into a T, lower the right foot over to the left-hand side. Turn your awareness to your right fingers. Keep reaching through that right heel. Inhale the right leg up, left leg up to join it, right leg to the floor, reach back, grab the back of that left thigh, draw it towards the heart. Arms to a T again, left leg to the right. My awareness and my attention turns to my left hand. Left leg up, left leg down to the floor. Bring the arms alongside the torso and prepare for Savasana. Palms up to the ceiling. Allow the feet just to open up to the sides. And take this time to just give your body thanks. Thanks for all the moving parts. Thanks for the strength. Thanks for the breath. Just allow your body to softly sink into your mat. Deep, deep breath in. Once again, filling in all those empty spaces. And let that breath out with a soft, soft sigh. Begin to bring animation back to your body by slowly wiggling your toes and your fingers. You can roll your ankles. You can even extend your arms way up above your head and get a nice, long, delicious stretch. And then as you're ready, bend both of your knees and roll over to your left lunar side, feminine, or your right masculine side, the solar side. And just pause there for a moment. And now, as you're ready, use the strength of both of your hands and press yourself up to a seated position on your mat. Bringing your hands into prayer position, Anjali Mudra, in front of your heart. And we'll close our practice this afternoon, this evening, whatever time of the day you're watching, one arm together. So taking in a deep breath now. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. We will try, well, not we'll be here next Tuesday, okay? I have to turn this off myself so that again, walk towards the camera, so do not be afraid. Enjoy your day. Love y'all. Bye.